Welcome to Botches Off-Road. Join us as we talk about everything from trail reviews to... Dang, guys, I screwed up that intro. I thought I could do it pro bono. You know what? That's the intro they're getting. So, Mark, Gavin, how you doing?
Doing good.
Oh, we're doing.
Surviving the heat.
It's hot, man.
It is fucking hot. I've been drinking water nonstop, and that's all I've been drinking.
Yeah, we, my birds are sick. We had a little incident yesterday when it was 90 degrees out where I noticed that only half of the water was working.
Oh.
Turns out the medication we were using filled the lines with a yellow foam and plugged them up so they couldn't flow water anymore.
Oh, that's bad.
Took a long...
Corid?
What's up?
Are you using Corid?
Corid what?
Isn't that what the medication is?
This one's like Penchlor, I think. Penchlor 64.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it went through the medicator, and it's like a chocolate milk when it's mixed up. And just as it goes through the line, it was all building up in the sight tubes and making it so the water wouldn't flow anymore. Yeah, it took... First, I couldn't figure out what was wrong, so it took me probably 30 minutes to figure that out. And then after that, it was probably 30 minutes of flushing lines and cleaning fittings. But the medication is over, and the birds aren't dead yet, and now they leave next Wednesday at 2 a.m.
Nice.
Yep. So, yeah. Let's see. Gavin did stuff this weekend, so we'll let him go first. Actually, screw that. Go to Gavin's podcast.
Oh. Yeah, I gave a more in-depth rundown on the happenings of what happened this weekend. But, yeah, we left...
Have we even announced HOA on here at all? Does anyone even know it exists?
I don't think so.
I don't think we have announced it here yet.
So, Gavin, I'll let you give the quick pitch on your podcast, and then we'll go from there.
Oh, yeah, I just, we've been kind of wanting to start a little something different. Kind of the same thing, but it's more about my personal overland experience, doing it with the kids, more pointed towards like the gear reviews and stuff like that. So it is called Huckleberry's Outdoor Adventures, or HOA. And yeah, I give more in-depth updates on some of the stuff that I've been doing, or more in-depth updates on some of the gear that I'm using. So if you're interested, go check it out.
Yeah. Now I'm done putting you off. You can give your wrap now.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, so we left Wednesday night and got there, probably 7 or 8, and found out that the place that we were going to camp with everybody, if everybody actually came, was going to be way too small. So we ended up going back to the spot that we camped last year for Kids Camp Fall, and that was fun. We got there that night. It rained that night until 10 or so in the morning, and so that was fun. And then we had a guest come and camp, and we had another guy come and camp, and then that was a whole interesting thing that happened there. But once everybody got to camp, I think Friday, I think it was Friday into Saturday morning, we had a massive storm hit, and that was pretty crazy. It was flooding. The whole area flooded. The underside of my tent was like a water bed. You could just push down and see the water. Thankfully, the bottom of my tarps, the bottom of my tent's like made out of like tarp material.
Yeah, I should have a bathtub under there.
Yeah. So nothing got in, but there were certain parts where I didn't have the rain fly tightened down all the way, or I didn't have it. If you see how mine is, it'll fully enclose. I had it rolled back to get in and out, and the rain started hitting the tent side where the door is. It started kind of coming in through there, so we dried that off and fastened up the hatches, and waited it out. That was a good 45 minutes to an hour that happened. We even had hail size of a penny start hitting our tent, and the winds got really crazy, and it was pretty cool, man. Then, after that, we went straight to town because we were tired of being cooped up. We got some donuts from the bakery. We went and traveled around for a couple hours, came back, and then the heat started, and it was like 96, 97 the whole rest of the day. Everything dried out. You couldn't even tell it rained, and we were dying. And then, of course, I was planning on going on a nice little trail ride because I was like, it's going to be hot. I might as well be in AC the rest of the day. So we were going to go trail ride, and that's when my power steering, I noticed it was being kind of funky, but as I was driving by after I just aired down, Joe, one of the guys there, was like, yeah, man, that's kind of loud. So we opened the hood, and lo and behold, I'm slinging power steering fluid. So Joe ended up having some power steering fluid. We filled it up, burped it.
Did you put power steering fluid in it or ATF?
Power steering, I think. I know you're supposed to do one or the other, but
yeah,
nobody had ATF, and
now that you mixed it, we really should do more than just the power steering pump, or you're gonna have issues quick.
Is it supposed to be ATF on that?
It's supposed to be ATF.
Yeah. All right. I'll double check because he said he thought that too, but I didn't look at the bottle when he put it in. So, but yes, I got new lines coming in for it, power steering pump itself, and yeah, it was fun. We burped it out, tried to get rid of some of it so that I could at least get home. But the power steering pump, I'm assuming the pulley itself was getting fucked up because my belt was starting to get eaten.
Yeah.
So you can see that was kind of starting to get chopped up. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that trail ride then. I'll just wait it out and then drive home Sunday and pray that I make it. If not, I have an extra belt to try to get there. And
you only have one belt, don't you?
Yeah, just a Serpentine.
Oh, that sucks. That is one thing I do appreciate about the third gens or the 3-4 in general, because each accessory has its own belt. So if I have one fail, I don't lose everything else.
Right. And yeah, I was kind of like, damn, that kind of sucks. I was thinking the same thing, but I was like, yeah, whatever, Man, and I can't be super mad either.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired.
But I can't be super mad. That's the first thing that's really happened in the 3 years or so that I've had it. So
yeah.
And so I went into Rock Auto, bought one. It's supposed to be here Thursday or Friday, and hopefully I can get that on pretty quick. And I guess, I don't know, what do you think? Are you gonna have to flush it out or what?
Well, you got lines, so that's good. The problem is you got a rack and pinion down there.
Yeah.
So really, without replacing the rack and pinion, all you can really do is put it back together, fill it with ATF that you got, and call it a day. The right thing to do would be replace the rack and pinion and the lines and the pump.
Yeah.
And
that probably won't happen.
I've done a few of them. It happens. Mine leaks right now. I just keep putting ATF in it to keep it going.
Yeah.
I know usually people say to only run OEM. Fuck them. I've got a Detroit Axle under there right now. Detroit Axle seems to be pretty good about their warranty, so.
Cameron, did I do Detroit Axle under mine or no?
I think yours is a Detroit Axle too.
That's what I thought. I know I got Detroit Axle lower control arms, but I thought I did the rack and pinion too.
Yeah, your rack and pinion's $250, Gavin.
Yeah.
So
that's about right.
Yeah, it ain't cheap.
No.
Yeah.
But all right, Mark, I guess we can get into ours because we were together again. Go figure. So Mark came over on Friday.
Yep.
What were we working on Friday when my boss showed up?
We were working on cleaning up the shed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so we were just kind of doing busy work because it wasn't quite hot yet, but it wasn't cool, so we didn't want to get into anything major. And then my boss showed up and ate out like an hour of my time. Ate out. My boss did not eat me out, I promise.
Darn.
So he ate up like an hour of my time. Didn't even get anything done. It was boring, but whatever. Then Friday night, I did not want to camp in my front yard again. I was done with it. So I brought the lawnmower up, and there's like next to my yard is a small section of woods with a drainage ditch in it. And I was just like, you know what? Screw it. And I made us a really nice campsite that's tucked back in that the woods there.
Yep.
We grabbed the weed whacker. We'd weed whack down to where the drainage ditch or it's almost a creek. There's water there, but it's just a drainage creek.
Yep.
I mean, there's fish and frogs that live in it, but so we weed whack down to that. We've got to get some railroad ties and kind of build a little bit of a retaining wall and do some backfill to level it out. Because sleeping on a slant sucked. It's not even like a super noticeable slant. It's just enough that it's like, well, fuck.
I'm just glad I didn't have a panic attack when the last time I slept on a slanted.
Right. But it's pretty nice back there. We're tucked away, so sitting back there, you can forget you're at my house.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, was Friday night the meth head fight?
Yes.
Oh my God, guys, we had meth heads fighting in front of my house. I live in the middle of nowhere. There's no reason that meth heads should be fighting in front of my house. But I was getting my tent set up, and I heard a woman screaming bloody murder. And so I hopped in Mark's truck because it was the closest one and headed over there. And her boyfriend or husband or something was trying to like talk her down, and they were still screaming at each other. So I checked on him. I was like, hey, you guys broke down. What's going on? He's like, man, I really fucked up this time. And they're like both clearly methed out. Like it was bad. He's like, I fucked up this time. And then, so I turned around and came back to the farm, and we were just sitting there listening to them go on. And he just screams, the cops are coming. I ain't calling the cops, but I bet the turkey farm is because you're being ridiculous. And as he said that, I was dialing 911. I was like, fuck, am I that predictable? I didn't know what he was going to do. I didn't know what she was going to do, you know?
Yeah.
It was really bad. And then he hopped in his truck and drove away. And then what, like 2 minutes later, we had a trooper go by?
Yeah.
Like it was quick, but yeah, so meth heads, apparently they are moving out of the city and fighting in front of my house now. So that's fun. Yeah, so we got our campsite all set up. What did we do Saturday we did something pretty fun. We started painting our pack outs.
Oh, yeah. And we also ran the last load of scrap.
Yeah, and we ran scrap in, but who wants to hear about running scrap?
Yeah.
Especially when it's not the last load, and I have more that I'm putting on the trailer tomorrow or Friday.
Oh,
yeah. So we have another load that'll go on Saturday.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And this one's going to be a pain in the ass to unload because it's that loose side wall metal stuff. Piping.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got more scrap to run. But yeah, so we painted our pack out, so now they're tan and black with a little tiny bit of red. Hopefully that makes them a little less likely to get stolen, and it makes them look so much better.
Oh yeah.
I was getting red fatigue from how many red pack outs we had.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that the red accent in the handle and the latches actually make it pop.
Yeah. So, yeah, pack out painting was fun. It took a long time. We did, 5 or 6 boxes?
We did 3 of the ammo
Four.
can ones, as I call them.
4 of the ammo cans.
Oh yeah, 4. I forgot mine. We did one of the traditional half boxes.
My cooler.
In your cooler. I don't think we did any other ones.
Yeah, so we did, that's 6. But that took us the better part of like 6 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, packouts
It-
are fun to disassemble.
Yeah. But they look good
Yep.
from 50 feet away. That's all that matters.
Yeah, no kidding.
See, and then Sunday was Rigs and Coffee. Do we even,
Oh,
does
yeah.
this even count as a Rigs and Coffee event?
I don't know. It was definitely the smallest I've ever seen.
I think we had a total of 6 trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just say there was a massive amount of people there at the camp, so I doubted there was going to be many of them.
Well, I think it was because of the heat, too.
Most of it was
Oh,
heat, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because Becker actually switched the time frame up, which threw me off, because I just thought
Yeah.
it was going to be at noon, but it started at 11. We had a Nissan Titan, a Silverado. We had one of the newer Tacomas there,
Couple of Jeeps.
Yeah. couple of Jeeps, and then us.
Another third
Duncan.
gen.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. And then we had a 4th gen.
Oh, yeah. That 4 and 4th gen showed up.
Yep.
Yeah, it was small, man. There were not a lot of trucks there.
And then
Mostly-
Lexus Derek eventually showed up, tail
Yep.
end.
Mostly just sat there and talked to Becker. That was about it.
Yeah.
And Brian. And
Yeah.
got my tent. So my tent's home. That's cool.
Oh, you count Brian's rig if you want to count that. Or...
Yeah.
It
was
even
just
though it was already
there.
parked there. I know, it was just there.
Yeah, so like smallest Rigs and Coffee ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was our weekend. We'll drift it over. What's everyone doing this coming weekend?
Oh, if I get my power steering figured out before late Friday, then I might go camping. I also wanted to add too, I got a Yeti cooler. I found it on the side of the road while we were
Sick.
out on the trails. It was like the, not the cloth, but the soft like fabric style with the zipper.
Weird.
Like one of the backpack ones?
No,
Not
yeah, more
quite.
like the side. Yeah, it's like a 24.
Yeah.
You could fit probably a dirty 30 in there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had a bunch of like charcuterie board stuff in it.
Did it
so
stink?
it didn't smell great, but I Clorox wiped the shit out of it, and then today I actually took my steam cleaner and steam cleaned the fuck out of it, and then wiped it back down, and it doesn't smell bad anymore.
I cannot get the smell of rotting jerky out of my cooler.
You should. I'll let you borrow my steam cleaner. That is super hot, and it works pretty well for that.
I might try the Clorox wipes first. I've done baking soda, and when it was disassembled, I scrubbed it down really good. But, yeah. I also kind of noticed
Do it on.
it's kind of warping, so I don't know what that's about.
Oh, I was gonna say do it on a really hot day when it's really warm. Open up the pores of the plastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty. I'll send you guys a picture later, but it was pretty exciting, man. It was you know what? If you're driving down the side of the road and you can't latch your stuff right, secure it right, and then it ends up in the side of a ditch, and I just so happen to see it. I'm 2 hours from home. I ain't making a Facebook post. Finders keepers, man. Pack it in, pack it out.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
you lose a rooftop tent. It's freebie at that point.
On the side, on the highway, and someone else finds it, then that's on you.
God. And I've seen so many of them this year.
Yeah, I've seen like about 2 or 3 of them.
Not like in person, just people posting them on
Yeah,
Facebook.
right.
Like they're
Yeah.
all over.
Shit, if I saw it in person, nah, I'd be running them.
So yeah, and I think Not too sure what we're doing Friday and Saturday. Are we going to camp out this weekend? I'm totally down if you are.
Yeah, we care about this weekend.
Fuck yeah. So I guess we're doing a camping weekend in the campsite, not like anywhere cool. And then we might work on my truck a little bit. I got a couple things I want to get done. I'll leave that open-ended because who knows if we'll actually get it done.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, I think me and Mark are going to Detroit to look at a Slate pickup truck.
Yep.
Yeah. Have I announced on the podcast that I reserved a Slate?
No.
It kind of happened recently, so it wouldn't have. Yeah, so I reserved a new truck, guys. Yeah, I reserved a new truck. It's not going to be shipped until like November of 2026. So we got a little while. But
yeah,
if you get a chance, look up the Slate EV pickup. I'm not the biggest EV fan. There's things I like, right? Like the lack of having to do maintenance, so I can reserve that money to go to my 4Runner.
Yeah.
And I like the size and the price and the fact that it's just a truck. There's no bells and whistles. It's got crank windows. It has no radio.
Yeah.
It's literally just a truck. So it'll be good because I look at it as like a blank slate, if you will, where I can just kind of add features as I want them. Like I'll probably end up putting some kind of radio system in it, whether it just be a Bluetooth speaker or not, we'll see. But for the most part, I just want to keep it cheap. Right now with tax incentives, the final price of the one I reserved comes out to like $19,000, which what new car can you buy today for 19 grand? Like it just doesn't exist.
Yeah, no, I can't think of a single one.
And that's with the 250 mile range battery.
Yeah.
So, and our family, I live where I work. My wife doesn't work. On average, I think we put 100 miles on our car total a week, maybe. So we're in that unique situation where an EV vehicle makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you and me discussed this before. EV should be marketed more towards, hey, you live in town, you work in town, you might as well just have one.
And, I mean, I don't live in town, but...
No, but you're not that far from town.
And I work from home, so it's not like I'm driving, 30 minutes every day to get to work.
Yeah.
I just need something that if I need to go to the hardware store, I can just hop in it and go and plug it in at work and make them pay for it. So, yeah, it'll be cool. With it not coming out until next November, though, I do think that I'm going to buy something else that's a little cheaper just to kind of hold us over with a second vehicle.
Yeah.
I said a little cheaper, and then I'm looking at Teslas, which doesn't sound cheaper, but the ones I'm looking at are like 12 grand after tax incentives. So I'm looking at older ones, guys. They don't need great battery life, okay? But yeah, so I guess that's a wrap on wrap. Do we have any other news? I mean, we should tell everyone to listen to the next episode because it's important.
Do that.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't think we have any housekeeping to really put down.
No.
I'm going to plug our merch store. Everyone, go to the merch store and buy some merch. Oh, hey, I had Wreck-It Rob reached out to me on Facebook, and I've been so busy, I just realized I never responded to him.
Oh.
See my beautiful Yeti mark?
Yeah, I saw it.
You sent it to the group chat?
Off-road podcast, yeah.
That apparently I can't find. That's weird.
Really? Shows you've
Apparently.
seen it.
I have so much. Oh, it must be in one of
I
my
see you sent it
tabs.
twice.
Oh, there we go. Damn, dude, that's good. That's a good deal for finding that for free.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just cleaned it up and then I just wiped it down with some detailer stuff I had around because it was kind of faded. So
Like you could throw a couple, like a 12-pack in there and some ice and just set it behind your seat in your kid's lap and boom, you got easy access to drink.
actually, yeah, I was gonna say that's actually what I'm gonna do is put it there, the gap between the back seat and the front seat,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually came with a Yeti ice pack, the solid ice packs. So
Yeah, those gel packs, that's the way to go, man. They don't sweat as much. They hold the cold longer.
and I don't mind sweat as long as it's on drinks and not everything else. So.
Right.
Yeah. You can use it as a quick way to get to drinks without needing to stop and open your fridge all the way in the back.
Which, yeah, I do too. Usually I'll pack like 3 monsters in the cubby and then go through those during a road trip or something. So it'll be nice to have all the drinks there, and it'll take some room out of the fridge, put some of the drinks there. I could take them out of the box or something.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's a wrap on wrap. You guys ready to move on and record our all-important next episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Catch you guys later.
Later.